Documents Meehan drove his truck to the federal building, threw a Molotov cocktail, and then shot Ferenczi. The facility where Meehan is being treated will send the court a report within 4 months. Then a hearing will be set on the future of this case.
A man is going to prison for 50 years for killing a teenager at a bus stop in central Indiana. A judge sentenced Tyreek Radford L. after he pleaded guilty to murder for killing 16-year-old Tamario Stokes Jr. in 2022. Radford L. told investigators he and another person got into a fight with Stokes a few weeks prior to the shooting, and Stokes pulled out a gun. When Radford L. saw Stokes at the bus stop, he told investigators he thought Stokes may have been armed again.
A former Cincinnati high school employee is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student. Emily Nutley is facing 6 counts of sexual battery. Police say she had an inappropriate relationship with a 17-year-old male student at Cincinnati St. X after hours while in her office. During a court hearing, the judge said that she made a rushed decision when she previously agreed to release Nutley without bond. The judge saying she changed her mind.
And looking at the case later, I didn't even know what the case was. The charges were, the indictment ones, and once I learned that, I realized that that's not going to work. So I would like to add a monetary portion to bond.
Nutley's bond is $30,000. She's also required to stay in Hamilton and Warren counties and is banned from having contact with the victim. A trial is set for April.
An Ohio man accused of killing his father's fiancée by setting her on fire rejected a plea deal. 24-year-old Robbie Robinson faces charges of aggravated murder, arson, and assault. Prosecutors say he beat his father's fiancée, Brenda Scott, and then set her on fire in their home last summer. Scott jumped out of a second-story window. She died several weeks later. Robinson was expected to enter a plea of life in prison without parole in court today, but chose against it. Instead, he'll go on trial in February, and this will be a death penalty case. Ohio's governor signed a bill into law mandating students use bathrooms and locker rooms based on their sex at birth. Supporters say the bill is common sense safety, but opponents say it could drive families with transgender children to leave the state. The new law says public and private schools must designate separate bathrooms, locker rooms, and overnight accommodations for the exclusive use of either males or females.
Coming up, it has been a local holiday tradition for nearly 60 years. Martin's Tree Lot in Jeffersonville is helping hurricane survivors.
Good evening, people. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know if you could see my video from last night or not. I made a boo-boo. No matter you didn't hear the audio of that late night show, but YouTube says a no, but no copyright. So I was using that for mostly my voice since I was in the dark. I'm so sorry, but I still see it. I shared it on X. So you probably could see it on X maybe with the link. But since I don't have a computer, I can't edit that out. I try to figure it out on my cell phone, but hey, I'm 70 plus years old. I want to wish you all tomorrow Happy Turkey Day, wherever you are on the planet. And I want to thank all your subscribers. Hope you have a good Turkey Day with your family and your loved ones. And I guess you kids will make it home for Thanksgiving that's away with college. I'll be praying for you all. Well, I fixed my ham early. You know, and they said it was ready to cook, but I like to cook it anyway. You know, get some more cooking out, because I don't trust what they say on it's ready cooked. So I always cook it some more and add my pineapple to it and some honey to it. And I took a couple that thing maybe a foot in diameter, I think. I got enough. I fed the 2 tomcats in the kitchen. I fed my female cats here. And I fed the outside cats. They got their turkey dinner. They will get some more tomorrow. Let's get back to the Christmas.
Tremont, they're taking that to a whole new level. For the better part of 60 years, the smoke curling from the chimney of John Martin's Christmas tree lot has been a staple of the holiday season in Jeffersonville. What keeps John Martin, now 78, coming back is quite simple.
Just enjoy selling trees, enjoying people, and I just, enjoy it this time of year, Christmas.
Martin sources his trees from all over, including an area of North Carolina deeply impacted by Hurricane Helene. Hearing about the devastation there moved Martin into action.
It's been on TV how bad it is, and talked to the tree growers and different people down in North Carolina, and they told me how bad it was.
John Martin says he ordered about 3 times the number of trees from North Carolina that he normally does. For Martin, this is all about those relationships built over generations that he holds so dear.
I've known the people for a long time, and they're really desperate and lost their homes and cars and their offices.
Martin's Christmas tree lot is open until December 19th or the 20th, depending on supply. But the sooner you get here, the more trees they'll have. In Jeffersonville, Indiana, Sam Carter, WLKY News.
Thanks, Sam. Those are big, full trees.
Well, Martin's Christmas tree lot will open at 2 tomorrow.
The holidays can be a difficult...
People, his mother was a school teacher. She's a great school teacher when I was in elementary school. I loved his mother. I kind of worked for him when I was a teenager. We used to put sod down on the ground. You seen me drive past Scottsburg High School. That grass, I was involved in putting it down there in Scottsburg.
What did you say the color bars they were at?
Don't forget, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, people. You better make it to the grocery store in case you get something that you forgot something. Rolls, biscuits, potatoes, make sure you go out right now and get it. Because tomorrow, there might be places that won't have it. See, which cat's that? I think it's Alexi. That's Alex's baby. So, I went and got some Reynolds wrap, and the cotton picker, I didn't even use it. So I put that up in the cabinet, cleaned the cat boxes out, and took that out, and dumped it over in the side yard. I want to thank you all for the prayers. And I got a comment that I did on the ex-sheriff Jamie Noel. Wish he got more than 15 years, but he got 15. You have to serve about 80%, 85% of your time. Let's see. Oh, I missed it. That's one I get. But I don't want to get a copyright thing or YouTube. But that's what I get for not having a computer, people. That was my boo-boo. For not turning my light on, but I kept it on the station when the late show come on. But there was no audio. It was me talking, but they was in the background. I screwed up. But see, that's how come I need a new computer, people. A desktop computer. That way I can download DaVinci, I can film it, then I could edit that out. See, when you're not that smart, people, at my age, I let you down on that. But it's okay. I screwed up. I admit it when I'm wrong. Area light rain tonight, drizzle and fog tonight. Much colder this weekend. They said light snow. You know what they're talking about in my area, Louisville, Kentucky, and Underwood, Indiana. There's a map. Let me show you that.
Our scan, we have scattered light showers, mainly the east end of Jefferson County, but just kind of all around the metro as we speak. Boy, it fills in quite a bit. The farther north and northwest you go, up to near Jasper, Paoli, Bedford, Olynyk, all of that working its way off to the northeast. More scattered type showers across the Commonwealth, but this too will likely fill in as the evening hours wear on. No question about it, impact weather for the viewing area in the form of this patchy light rain, drizzle, and eventually maybe even a little bit of fog later this evening. Those temperatures will be dropping back into the middle 40s this evening, settle back to near 40 itself by early tomorrow morning as the rain begins to diminish. All right, outside right now,
look at Louisville, Kentucky, the bridge.
Looking adjacent to the Clark Memorial Bridge downtown.
The 2nd Street Bridge they're looking at.
All right, we have cloudy skies, a little bit of light rain in town. We're 48 degrees, humidity 66%, and east wind right now at 6 miles per hour. So here is the future cast. 6 o'clock tonight has a great handle. Notice how the rain showers are more scattered from about I-64 and points south, and the activity fills in the farther north you go. Well, let's move through the night. Everybody gets into the rain. It becomes a little bit more widespread for everybody. Now, this isn't going to be a real heavy rainfall. It's just going to be persistent. That light rain, the drizzle, as I mentioned, a little bit of fog, especially this evening. Here's tomorrow morning, 5:36 a.m. A few wet snowflakes may try to mix in as it's ending to the northeast of the metro. Certainly no accumulation. And as we move through tomorrow, this rain quickly diminishes to mist or drizzle in the morning, just kind of cloudy and chilly as we move through your Thanksgiving afternoon, with high temperatures holding in the low 40s. That'll lead us into Black Friday if you're going to be out and about early or even into the afternoon, finding those bargains. 28 kickoff temperature will climb to 38 Friday afternoon. Then here's Saturday. We start off dry, increasing clouds, but it looks like a little bit of light snow may try to build in Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. So here's your forecast. Areas of light rain, drizzle, and fog. 40s as we move into the evening. Your detailed 12-hour forecast for your Thanksgiving holiday. A little bit of drizzle in the morning. Otherwise, just kind of cloudy and chilly with low 40s in the afternoon. Cold on Friday, colder.
Okay, people. I don't know if it been on the national news or not. If you listen to Buck and Clay today, that used to be the old Rush Limbaugh show. And if you didn't listen, I tell you, then you probably can look on it, which you all smarter than me. Those people that Mr. Trump appointed to his cabinet people, as it says on Buck and Clay, that those people has been threatened to be killed, the family and the person they appointed. I guess you can go and find the Buck and Clay show they done today, which it comes on my time at 12 p.m. lunchtime. Man, them Democrats, I'm ashamed to be a Democrat. Threatening to kill people. People, that's not how this works. The Democrats is going bananas. I think they belong in a mental hospital. There's something else. I believe it was on Buck and Clay, unless I heard it wrong, but like New York, what is it, Connecticut, in that area up around New York, was to, unless I heard it wrong, I could be wrong, it wouldn't be the first time, they wanted to get out of the United States and be part of Canada. You all can understand that more than me. It didn't make any stupid sense in my book. Well, don't you know if you be part of Canada, people, you be in worse shape because they don't put up with our bull crap. Alaska, let's see, Canada is not part of the United States. They want to come part of Canada. I believe that, like I say, I'm not sure, but I believe it was on the Buck and Clay show. Because that's what I was listening to. It was New York and Connecticut and those little places around New York. You want to be part of Canada. I don't think Canada would want them. Canada got different rules. That means if they was to join Canada, they have to get Canada insurance. They have to come Canada residents, citizenship, whatever you call it. You think the people in those states would do that? That's how bad the Democrats is getting people. They want to go out and kill people. That's against God's rules, people. What's wrong with those Democrats? Are they on some kind of drugs? That's stupid. That's stupid. Why would you threaten to kill Trump's cabinet people? That's illegal. Isn't that something like threatening president? You can get life in prison? I can't swear they said that about Trump, but I'm not sure. But it was on Buck and Clay show. That's stupid. Why would those idiots in the United States want to kill Trump's people? The other half of the good people, we didn't threaten to kill Biden's people, no. because the good people got more sense. Thank God some of you were smart up here. That your parents and your grandparents taught you right from wrong.
Today from corrections, individuals been remanded for charges of operating never received.
And I don't know if they said the FBI or Secret Service or both is looking into it. Nothing ever come of it. You see Biden, taking all those kickbacks from China and the drug deal that his son has had, and the white powder they found on the White House floor. To me, the Secret Service should arrest his son. Drugs is illegal, period. I don't care who you are. People, if it was you and me, no matter if we Democrat, Republican, or a-holes, we would get arrested. Because that was the president's son. And Biden getting all those millions and millions and millions of dollars from all those countries. People, that's illegal. I hate being a Democrat. The Democrats trying to figure out what happened to those 15 million votes. As I said, I know what happened. You all just like me. You so mad at the Democrats. You tired of gas prices, the economy, the grocery store. You're all sick and tired of it. And the illegal comes over, getting credit cards free with $10,000 on each card. And all they have to do to call the number and activate, they got free $10,000. They get a free vehicle. At the taxpayers' expense. The Democrats, Republicans, and the independent taxpayers. People, when's this going to stop? I want my $10,000 card. I want my brand new vehicle. I take a brand new Jeep Gladiator with a standard transmission, with a cover on it, bed liner sprayed in it, and Z-barred it. Where's mine? Where's yours all? That's the question you ask. You say, how do I know that? I got some Mexican friends that lives in Charlestown.
Are you clear on this subject now?
I helped them activate their cards they got. And they had to put their password or their, what you have to do, your the password like 1234 or 2024. You got to put that in. They said now you can spend your $10,000. People, where's mine? I want my 2 cards. That's $20,000. Where's mine? Why are they discriminating against me? That's what I don't like. We get treated different. We was born here. We come over here illegally. They get all these special treatments. They get free rent, free automobile, free house, free medical, free drugs. They come over, they rape us, child traffickers. They after young kids. I want to know, people, when's it going to stop? I can't live like I am. I don't have enough money to live on. I don't have my 500 plus subscribers, which I could get some extra money come in to help me out. I can't afford to take my kitty cats to the vet. I don't have enough money to live on. Just like some of you that's in the same boat. We got homeless people out there, homeless vets. You say, well, they can get a job. People, common sense tell you, they had a job until Biden got in it. They went to Mexico and the other country because the labor cheaper. That's why they're homeless. And we got homeless vets. Our government is not taking care of our veterans. They fought for you and me.
Lawsuit, and today I spoke to neighbors about continued recovery efforts. Pictures hanging in Donald Cole's home tell the story of his life. From his service in the Marine Corps to the family he built in this house, where he's lived for 65 years. During the deadly explosion on November 12th, these same pictures
started flying off the wall, and the doors come open, and a big loud explosion, and you say, well, what in the heck was that?
He's been here almost as long as the Givaudan plant, formerly owned by D.D. Williamson, has been in the Clifton neighborhood. He remembers the prior plant explosion on April 11th, 2003.
It woke you up, and then you heard the, you didn't know what it was.
But he feels the most recent explosion was worse.
Yeah, oh yeah, this was a whole lot worse.
His neighbor, Catherine Dreer, also has damage to her home, including a busted door and window. She says her husband has experienced issues since the blast.
He was jittery for days after that. He couldn't sleep.
And now, other neighbors are taking legal action. 2 residents on Payne Street, Edward Roberts and Ana Carolina Gomez Bridge, filed a lawsuit Tuesday. It alleges the company was negligent, a nuisance, inflicted emotional stress, and more. They say the company owed a duty to the plaintiffs and surrounding area as they operate and manufacture in a residential community. But the company breached this duty. Their home sustained damage, and both say they've experienced physical pain. Attorney Tad Thomas represents them.
She's doing okay, but she does have some PTSD as a result of this explosion. He's doing okay. He's really, frankly, upset with this particular plant.
After the 2003 explosion and reports of caramel coloring coating properties last year, he describes the company as a bad actor.
And they're frankly fed up with it, so they wanted to get out in front and file a lawsuit. Filing a lawsuit also allows us to have certain procedural avenues to make sure that evidence is preserved, be a participant in the investigation.
Dreer and Cole say they feel the company has been present for neighbors, but hope some good comes out of a lawsuit.
You can be nice, but you still got some responsibility.
Amen. People, that's the second explosion there at that plant in 21 years. 3 people died in 21 years. 2 couple of weeks ago, and 1 died, I think, in 2003. It's a danger to the people that live there.
WKY News Chopper was over the scene. This is in the area of 3rd Street and Woodlawn Avenue. The victim was brought out of the building on a stretcher, as you can see. At this point, police are not releasing any details about what happened or if there are any suspects. A local man is reunited with the Hardin County Sheriff's deputies who saved his life. On May 5th, Caleb Weinbrenner was hit by an intoxicated driver who died in that crash. Both cars caught fire. Weinbrenner suffered severe burns to over half his body. The day before Thanksgiving, he got to meet with the two deputies who rescued him from that burning wreckage.
Very seldom get to see the other end of what we go to. We see people at their worst, and that's usually worse just left.
It's awesome. Something I've always wanted to do since I got out. And it's a blessing. It's a real blessing.
Caleb is still in occupational therapy and has started laser treatment.
New data shows roundabouts and arc cuts that were installed around Elizabethtown are having a positive impact on traffic. A report from the Transportation Cabinet says injury and overall accidents are both down since the installation of 10
Damn!
cuts and
It ain't down where I live, people.
County. And when the traffic changes were first announced, many people were frustrated, but with this new data, city officials hope drivers will see the benefits.
People, we got one on Highway 62 and 265 in Jeffersonville in Clark County. They have wrecks about every day. When you go through that roundabout, you got to watch those 18-wheelers going around that roundabout. You know, if one of them crosses the center line and hits you, it's your fault. They don't blame the truck driver. They blame you for hitting the truck driver. That's a fact. I know a whole lot of people have been hit by 18-wheelers. And they blame the one in the car.
Patient having a panic attack could be located in a black Chrysler 300.
That's wrong. They shouldn't even have a roundabout. If we all had small cars, you know, like Volkswagens or Kia Soul, no big 18-wheelers, probably wouldn't be a problem. But everybody got different sized vehicles. So, you know, it's wrong. But I'm going to let you go. I want to thank you all. Oh, can't forget. Happy birthday to anybody who's born today. People, it's still early. Happy anniversary. In case you forgot today, if you got married on this day. Happy anniversary. Happy birthday to all of you. Don't forget, or your spouse or your kids will be kind of mad at you. So, I want to thank you. I had to bring you some of the news and like that.
Okay, what news? And the ordinance will receive a hearing on Tuesday in the Council's Public Works Committee.
From Hollywood blockbusters to stage here in Louisville, a local musician reflects on his career and his latest upcoming project. That's next on the news at 6.
You know, so... See, there's Blackie. There's his mother, Wildcat. But Blackie said Sunday, yeah, it was Sunday at 8:30. All she did was meow, got there and rubbed my nose. I've seen some of you on your comments that you had cats. It was 12 years old, passed away. You know, but they're like your children. You don't have to have cats in the house. You can have your dogs or puppies. I've seen some that got chickens or squirrels or birds. They like your children. But I wish I could do more for my cats.
203, Jeffersonville, District 3 for
But when you're on a fixed income, people, between $800 to $900, and you live on a budget, your house payment comes out of it, your insurance for your car, your cell phone, your electric bill, gasoline, and some groceries. You know, you ain't got much money left. You know, if I got some extra money, yeah, I would go to the store and pick up a Powerball or Mega Million. Sometimes I get lucky and get me a free ticket or $4. I just put that back on the lotto, so I figured that was a sign from God, so I put it back on the lotto. So I could use some money. I could use a new desktop computer because it's cheaper than a laptop. You know, what you classify as a gaming computer, it's a whole lot cheaper than a laptop. I need a keyboard with it. Do I have extra money to buy a keyboard? Right now, no. I got a mouse, so I don't need a mouse. Do I need a monitor? I need like a desktop where you can hook HDMI to it and run it over to my TV.
I'm going to put you on the assist on station. Be additional on your call.
I need a way, either Wi-Fi or the thing that I can hook. It's not the Cat 5. What they got, Cat 9 now. I can hook the wire in the computer and run it out into the kitchen, which is about 75, 100 feet, give or take a little. Hook it up to the router instead of using the Wi-Fi. So, at least 4 gigabytes of hard drive and all the RAM you can get into it. I gotta take my medicine. I gotta take a shower after a while. I hate going in the bathroom because I don't see Timothy McGee sitting either on the toilet seat or the bench seat I got in the bathtub. I keep looking for him. And John Wayne and Tiger, you know, that's them yellow. I call them yellow cats. Maybe they're orange, but I call them yellow cats. They miss him just as much as I do. What? Is that you, Nancy? You know, they've been, you know, even when Timothy McGee, my cat, died, all these cats was either underneath the blanket with me or sleeping on top of me. So, last night they didn't do that. But I bet if I had a bunk bed or a rollaway bed in the living room, I bet John Wayne and Tiger would be sleeping with me. I offered Mama Blackie a while ago when I went and feed him. But since it gets dark early, during the summer I feed them about 5 o'clock, but it's starting to get a little dark. So I had to wipe the water out of my eyes because I get thinking about Timothy McGee. See, Timothy McGee came to me. I was coming home one day and pulled into the main road. He was too close to the highway, and I just opened my door. He came a-running, jumped in, got on my lap, started licking me on the side of the face, rubbing my nose, like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess God told him to do that. Animals are strange people. All these cats is like my children. They spooking the numbers. Knowing when you call them back, the phone number is no longer in service. But you all be careful. I'll be praying for you all. Because tomorrow's Thanksgiving Day. So be careful out there on the road. Help people. If you can help them out, help them out. Check on your neighbors. If you got neighbors that's old, check on them, see how they doing. See if they like to have some of your turkey or ham or dressing. I miss my mom's dressing. But the neighbors I got here compared when I lived in Charlestown, Thanksgiving and Christmas time, I always got something to eat from my Miss Pelcher. God rest her soul. She's up in heaven. I know her granddaughter, Kelly. I wouldn't mind dating Kelly. She was a heck of a cook. She cooked for my son when he was little. That was his babysitter. She was a heck of a cook. Kelly was. I think she's married or divorced somewhere around Charlestown. But since I don't live there, I don't get to see her like I used to. So that's all. I'd like to have her for my girlfriend. Because all her kids is growing, so that'd be okay. But knowing her, when she was my son's babysitter, she jumped on me just like we was married. She said, Tom, clean this up, clean that up, put your clothes away. She got on me just like we were married, but she's a very smart girl, Kelly was. It's hard to find a good girl. Everybody got problems out there. But you people got to be honest. That's what I'm doing. I'm being honest with you all. Because God told me to be honest with you all. Is what God told me to do. Be honest with you all.
What's your 20?
I thank God every morning, people, when I wake up that I made it another day. Because God got something planned for me. Because what I'm doing right now, talking to you about God. So, if any of you can help me out, I appreciate it.
36-19-4, 1028 Mississippi.
I would appreciate it if you can help me out. There's other people on this planet needs help. Don't forget the Wounded Warriors. Don't forget about St. Jude's. Don't forget about the Shriners who helps those kids just like St. Jude's. But you know, people in all factories, like food, cereal and stuff, when it goes to other country, it don't have all those chemicals in it, like the yellow and red and all this in it. But why can't we eat the same food that's shipped over to Europe without all these chemicals in it? That's one thing I'd like to see President Trump do, or whoever be in charge of it. Take those chemicals out of our food. Take it yellow and red and whatever other colors they got. You all know what I'm talking about. If you know people, say, over in Europe, ask them about it. Ask them, I can't even see who popped in there. Yeah, you're right. Go organic.
Yeah, I have PC. I followed it from 50 from Brown.
You're 100% right there, my friend.
235 and
my son, well, he's gonna have to get some more because I don't know where he got it. He got some organic honey. When I fix Denver eggs, I put some of his organic honey in it. You're 100% right. I believe it. Grow your own food, people. Can your food. If you can have chickens where you live, if you live in the city, check the local laws of your city. See if you can have chickens or roosters. And have your fresh eggs. Those eggs you getting in the grocery store, you don't know what's in those eggs. You don't know what they feed those chickens. I agree with BLB. See you much, Jake. I'm sorry if I don't say it right, but we all need to go organic. Plant our own corn. Plant our own tomatoes. If you got you like tomatoes, people, keep those seeds that you got in your tomatoes. Have your garden. If you ain't got a big yard, take your shovel, turn the dirt over. You don't need fertilizer for your garden. What my grandpa did, Grandpa Roberts, he's from Orleans, Indiana. What he did, and Grandma, they took their table scraps and put them out in the garden. Like your potato peel, your coffee grounds, your chicken bones, your pork chop bones. That was your fertilizer. Your fish guts. So Grandpa loved to go fishing at that pond in Orleans. I heard they shut that pond down and fill it in. You know, people, that's what we need to do. Go organic. Thank you. If I can remember that. I don't know if I've subscribed to your channel or not, but hey, subscribe to mine. That way I can subscribe to you. I could have subscribed to you. I don't know. You know, I'm 70 plus years old. I got a birthday coming up next month. And I know you seem to be smarter than me. We need to talk about this, you know, go organic. How better is it for your health? You know, people, like I say, I'm 70 plus years old. You can't do it today what I did back there then. You used to drink water out of the creek. You know, you used to drink water out of them old wells. You know, you had to use a pump handle to pump your water out, compare what they got today. You can't drink water out of a creek without getting sick, because you don't know what's in them creeks. I used to catch rainwater when I was young and drink rainwater. You can't do it today because all the chemicals in there. There's Kathy. Yeah, he looks like his daddy, Tiger.
2024 42241, repeating 42241.
Because his face looks like Tiger, but his daddy could be John Wayne. But you can guess what, people? Kathy's looking for a boyfriend, if it tells you anything right now. It was his mother, then his sister. Now it's her doing it. But I like when they in that mood. I get a whole lot of love. If you don't mind putting up with the crap. But I want everybody to have a good turkey day wherever you are on the planet. If you don't like turkey, you can fix your ham. That's what I'm having, is ham.
Everything checked 10-4, elderly female.
I put honey all over it. I put pineapple. I got it in the oven, keeping it warm until I move it to the ice box. I go in there and rob me some more ham. I didn't buy me any bread because I used to eat 2 to 3 loaves of bread a week, but since I lost 60 pounds, I don't want to put it back on because I feel a whole lot better. But people, like I say, I'm going to repeat it. If you didn't listen to the Buck and Clay show today, that's the old Rush Limbaugh show, they had a news break that Mr. Trump's cabinet, the Democrats threatened to kill every one of Trump's cabinet people. People, I am so ashamed of being a Democrat. That's very bad what they doing. They're crybabies. I remember as a kid, I know if you all know from Indiana, you probably don't know who I'm talking about. The congressman was a Democrat of the 9th District, Lee Hamilton. The senators for this area was Lugar and Quayle, Republicans. And Quayle was a vice president. They didn't care if you was a Democrat or Republican or independent. They would help you out. They worked together. They worked with the Democrats, and the Democrats worked with the Republicans. That's how it was when I grew up as a kid. Now they're worried about how much money they can make in Congress, how much money they can get in the Senate. You know, I like to see term limits. Senate should be, those terms are 6 years. 2 terms, that's 12 years. Congress, their term is only 2 years. Term limits for Congress, I would go with 3 terms. That's 6 years. That's same as 1 term of a senator. I wish they have term limits. Like the sheriff here in Indiana, they can only serve 2 terms. I like to see all races. Sheriff, mayor, your council, you all know what I'm talking about. Only 2 terms. There's no term limits on mayors in the state of Indiana. And in Indiana, like in some states or Commonwealth, since I know about Indiana, the jail is run by the sheriff. The sheriff is in charge of the jails in Indiana. Okay, in Kentucky, the sheriff isn't in charge of the jail. You run for the office of jailer. That's the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
I'm not 100% sure.
I wish Kentucky come out and do away with the jailer. And give it to the sheriff. I think California, I think the sheriff controls the jail, and, you know, that should be run by the sheriff, but not a jailer like JJ there in Meade County, Kentucky, who, I'll say his girlfriend blackmailed him because she was a nurse at the Meade County jail. She got paid more than any other nurses there because he was sleeping with them. To me, that's sexual harassment, abuse. But he did get in trouble through the Ethics Committee of Meade County. But the state is looking into that. The FBI is looking into JJ. Okay, hold on. Let me turn around. Can't pick a move.
Targeted. Tonight, the Trump transition team says with President Trump as our example, dangerous acts of intimidation and violence will not deter us. The threats unfolded as Trump announced other high-profile positions, including Dr. Jay Bhattacharya as head of the NIH, the nation's medical research agency.
The government was the #1 source of misinformation during the pandemic.
Bhattacharya was highly critical of the doctors who led the U.S. response to COVID-19, including Dr. Anthony Fauci. He blasted the use of masks and lockdowns and called vaccines propaganda. Trump's pick for Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is also a vaccine skeptic.
What do Trump's picks to lead health agencies tell you so far about the future of these agencies?
Many of these selections imply a skepticism of science.
CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder is an infectious disease specialist.
Politics and partisanship don't necessarily make for good science, for good biomedical research. And so we can anticipate that this will harm research at the NIH, could interfere with the best.
No, you're lying at your teeth.
Trump has also selected a Secretary of the Navy, John Thielen, who has never served in the military. Thielen was a
Hello, Sam.
campaign, and he leads a private investment firm. Trump says Thielen will put the business of the U.S. Navy above all else.
Nope.
Covering the
I got some gloves. It's in the drawer, but
families of 3 American citizens imprisoned in China have a lot to be thankful for tonight. The White House announced their release today as part of a prisoner swap. U.S. officials say the men were wrongfully detained for years.
Don't blame Biden for releasing them.
The story now from CBS's
Trump done it.
After 12 years of what the State Department calls wrongful detention in China, Texas businessman Mark Swedan is finally returning home. He was on death row in China on what his congressional supporters say were bogus charges. Swedan suffered brutal abuse and neglect, according to John Cam, a human rights group leader who advocated for Swedan's release.
He is really a shadow of his former self.
He's been mistreated, malnourished, and
I got some.
physically damaged.
Absolutely.
I guess those rubber gloves are in there in the kitchen.
He has suffered a great deal.
In my drawer, but disposable gloves,
Absence has left a gaping hole in our hearts.
I say no.
American John Long, accused of
Because if you look, my hands is large. I guess you got extra love, horse feathers, extra large gloves.
It just feels like a permanent void.
But, but I can't afford any stuff. I'm being honest, people. I live on a fixed income. Usually, if I go to the ER or someplace like that, I ask, can I have a pair of rubber gloves? And they give me to them, and I put them somewhere, and I forget where I put them. Okay, Sam. I'm getting ready to get off of here. Thank you, Sam. God loves you, Sam. I hope you subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I get an email. When I get the email, then I subscribe to your channel. God be with you, Sam. You have a great Turkey Day tomorrow or whenever you celebrate. Or if you don't eat turkey, you have ham. So God bless you, my friend. It's time for me to get off of here since I'm on my cell phone. I miss my computer, but when you live on a fixed income between $800 to $900 a month, and it goes for your house payment and your bills, I got nothing left to spend to afford any more payments. Maybe January I might have $100 and some odd dollars extra, but because I got one more payment next month on the loan I took out over a year ago, so that'll be paid off in December. God bless you all. Have a great Turkey Day. Be careful when you're driving out there tomorrow or tonight. There's crazy people out there who's not paying attention. Watch out for Rudolph. Deer is running into cars or trucks or 18-wheelers. Just watch out for Rudolph. God will help you out, just like God will help me out. But, God works slow. Sometimes he works fast. I want to thank you all very much. God be with you and watch over you all and keep you all on the right track. Amen. See you all later. I love you all. God loves you. Thank you, Sam, for joining me tonight. I'm watching Blue Bloods on TV. Good night. I love you all. God bless you all.